I'm still goofy with it, okay? I'm still goofy with that thing. This is new for me. Everybody else has been using this intro thing on
Yes.
StreamYard. Sheila's behind the curveball, and it still kind of freaks me out how to use it. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome to our afternoon before the Super Bowl. A
Yes.
little bit of a collaboration. I have Marina from Heart Centered Tarot. Her link to her channel is underneath this video in the description. So if you wanted to go and subscribe, I don't know why you haven't yet, but whatever, it's your choice. But definitely go do that. And thank you for
Yes.
all the moderators who are in here. I see Book Bewitched. I think she might be on your channel because it has that little
Yeah.
link thing on
Yes.
there and
Yeah.
stuff. So if you're seeing this on Marina's channel, I'm actually hosting it, but she's doing it on her channel as well. And I want to show the comments on the screen. I have learned that that's the best way people can start reading what was in the comments, because I don't know why we used to be able to get off of a live and the chat was also in rerun, but it's not like that anymore.
Oh no. Oh, the
So
things you learn. The things you
so
learn.
yeah.
Well,
So
next
I
you're
put
going to
it
tell
on
me
the
there's no
screen
Santa
now.
Claus.
Well, are there any children in this room? Tell them to skedaddle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here we
Yeah.
are. We're gonna be doing a few things. First, I want to have Marina kind of give a little bit of synopsis of what she does on her channel and how to get a hold of her. If she does readings or if she doesn't do reading, whatever. So I'm gonna give the floor to her, give her a little bit of a little synopsis of how to get a hold of her.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. First and foremost, I have been looking forward to this because it's been a while since Sheila and I have done a collab, and we always have so much fun that I wonder why there's, we get busy with other things. But anyway, so my channel is Heart Centered Tarot. You can get me on YouTube. You can also check out my website, which is marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. You can get all kinds of information on there in terms of booking yourself in for a reading, gifting someone. You can get a gift card to gift someone a reading. There are several classes, courses, and things that I offer on there as well. Absolutely love doing the readings. Political tarot is kind of that's where my passion is. But I love doing all the other things. I love the mediumship. I love anything having to do with the esoteric, and I'm right there. I'm right there. Always willing to try something new for the first time. Hey, it's either going to work out or it's not, but I'm there. I'm there. So,
Agreed.
yeah, yeah, just that's it. You can usually on the YouTube channel, I will either Saturday or Sunday, more often than not Sunday, I will post my schedule for the week so that you know where I am, who I'm with, what I'm doing, um, and yeah, like take a look at membership. You can join the membership either on YouTube or on the website, and the perks are basically kind of the same. So that's it. That's me in a nutshell. Just yeah. I have tarot cards and I'm willing to travel. So
Exactly. And also, she's in Canada. You know what that
yes.
means? We're the
Safe
redheaded
harbor.
stepchildren. We're the redheaded stepchildren she has to deal with. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
the rough and rowdy and loud people down at the on the first floor of your apartment
Uh-huh.
buildings.
Yes. Yeah.
So welcome
Yeah.
all Canada here for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're here on from my channel and you have not subscribed to Sheila's channel, A, what are you waiting for? And B, hurry up and do it because yeah, Sheila does some fabulous readings. I love when you're doing the remotes and all that. It's absolutely fabulous. So yeah, make sure that you do that. And
Thank
as Canadians, we're here for you. We're here when if if you ever need to become an illegal and cross the border.
you. Exactly. I've got dogs, a grandchild, and a daughter that's coming with me.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
I'll even bring a tent.
Perfect. Perfect.
So
We'll
so
find
we're
a
also
spot.
gonna be, yeah, I want you guys to hang out here because we're gonna do something really kind of cool and special. I don't know if you haven't watched us before, what we do is Marina and or me, we go into a remote view, and while we have our eyes closed, while we are doing the remote view, the other one who is miles and miles and miles away starts flipping tarot cards up on the screen. And it is a beautiful thing because what happens is the tarot cards start collaborating with the remote view, or the remote view is collaborating with the tarot cards,
Yes.
however you want to put that. And it's just so fascinating. It kind of gives us a confirmation of what we're doing and what we're seeing and things like that. So definitely stay tuned. We're going to do tarot readings together as well. But this is something that I don't know, a year or two ago when we collaborated, we kind of came up with this and we're like, yeah, Sheila, let's do that. so
Yeah.
so
Yes,
we're definitely
exactly.
gonna do that. But I do want to talk about how you and Canada have a little bit of a buffer, should I say, of the chaos and stuff like that is happening in this country. However, we know, and I've talked to a few Canadians, like we're not immune to what's going on because if the
Yeah.
United States, does something really, really dumb and gets attacked or this, that, whatever, Canada can get affected by this, or not
Absolutely
infected, affected.
affected. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
even with you guys up there and you're looking down, what is it that kind of puts you in a place of ease and comfort when it starts to amp up?
I think the fact that Canadians are united um, to a large extent against what is going on in the U.S. Now, that having been said, we do have our own version of mega. Okay, particularly here in the province of Alberta, where I'm at, um, who are there. Our premier is talking about wanting to have a referendum so that Alberta can secede from Canada and do whatever. Um, this is something that has been going on for a very, very long time, and through different people, through different protest parties that come up. So, I'm not overly worried. Most of the population of Alberta is looking at the ones wanting to secede, going, "Are you nuts? Like, are you are you smoking those things you're picking up in the field?" So, but we see a lot of the things that are going on in the U.S. as sort of a warning.
Yeah,
Like, okay, if if we're not paying attention to what is going on politically, who's talking, what it is that they're trying to get us to believe, and so on, we have a front row seat to what happens when you say, "Oh, well, politicians are all the same."
yeah,
Right? So in that way, I think it's encouraged a lot of people to pay attention, to be more involved, and to understand that, this we have the world's largest undefended border between Canada and the US,
mm,
right? So what happens what happens in the US does affect us and has
right.
affected us. So yeah, we have to pay attention. We absolutely have to pay attention.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are like, it affects us directly. They're like they're not delusional whatsoever. I mean, whatever happens here can definitely affect you
Yes.
guys directly.
Yes.
If Russia or somebody gets the bright idea that they want all of the United States, they're not going to stop there. They're going to keep on going.
Exactly.
I don't know what power
Exactly.
could do that, but you never know how much the United States Trump is going to sell to somebody. That's the problem, right? He's going to sell us to the
Exactly. And
highest bidder.
yes. And really, when you think about it, 10, 12 years ago, if someone had said, oh, yeah, Donald Trump is going to be the president and he's going to be accused of all kinds of things and he's going to be selling
Yeah,
state secrets, and when you'd say, Donald Trump? Oh, come on. No, no way. That would never happen.
yeah, I
So
agree.
the the idea that something like that couldn't happen used to be far-fetched. Now it's in the realm of possibility, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right.
So
So we're going to, I have here it says, I think we, oh, she goes, I think we can do better than a tent for you, Sheila.
absolutely.
If
Yes,
I go,
absolutely.
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, very much so.
All right, here we go. So here are some questions. And thank you so much for that donations. We really appreciate those. It helps us stay here and keep the lights on. So
Absolutely.
we're gonna do is I'm gonna find some questions. I don't know why I'm so nervous right now. I never get nervous, and I'm trying to figure out why all of a sudden my whole body has just kind of went into a nervous reaction. Oh well, the Buddha says, I'm not nervous. I'm just noticing that nervousness has showed up. So
Yes.
that's the reality, and nervousness has showed up, and I really don't know what's going on, but I'm just putting it out there. But what I have the first one is, what major turning point is approaching for, and what person should we do? I want to do Mike Johnson, and
Yes.
I want you to remote Mike Johnson. So go ahead and get
Okay.
yourself ready. But what major turning point is approaching Mike Johnson? Because I saw him in my remote view fall through a trap door, like gone.
Mhm.
So I want to see what you have. And while she's doing that, remind everybody, while she's doing that, I'm going to be shuffling and I'm going to be pulling cards randomly as she's doing this, and you're going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed. So go for it, Marina, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Great. So I'm walking down a long corridor, and it feels like it just goes on and on and on forever. And every once in a while, there's it's a sound of, oh, okay, almost like you know how in jail cells they have the little opening where they can look inside the cell. It kind of feels like that. I'm not in the jail cell, but I'm walking in the corridor, and there are people that are in the jail cells that are looking at me. Okay. I don't I don't like that, the feeling. I'm very too much attention is is being paid to me, and I think I'm looking for an exit. I I I want to get out. It's too dark. It feels very, very oppressive. It's very judgmental. Um, okay, there's a set of stairs. Um, I'm going down the stairs. Oh, but I feel like there's people behind me. I feel like I'm being followed. Um, oh, okay. as I come around the corner, I felt like someone had thrown a blanket or something over me so that I couldn't see what was in front of me, behind me. Okay, now I'm really scared. Okay, he's he's getting ready to walk away. He's terrified. He's absolutely terrified, and I think it feels like secrets, things that he has gone out of his way to keep quiet. I think that they're being exposed, and there's no place for him to run. There's um okay, he's laying underneath that blanket, and he's terrified. He's just terrified. Oh, okay. I'm coming out. I don't like that. He's very, very scared. Oh, wow.
So, when you were doing the first one, when you were talking about him going down a corridor and finding a gel, wishes, the wish of what we wish for, we wish for his accountability, right?
Yes.
And then you were talking about him being like in a jail cell, this, that, and the other, and you know what came up? You know, TikTok,
Okay.
deadline, time is running out, right?
Yes.
And then you were talking about him and his loyalties and stuff like that, his commitment. His commitment to the orange guy, but he's, you know, that commitment that he has made. And now we have, and the end of it was the social media fake profile hiding. Because he was very afraid, hiding, hiding,
Yes.
hiding. See how that
Yeah.
works, everyone?
That,
Isn't that fascinating? What do you think about what your remote had to say?
you know what? I think that he is looking for a way out. And I feel like he's very much um, he is in a situation of his own making, and he doesn't know how to get out. He doesn't know who he can talk to. He doesn't know where he can approach someone and say, I've had enough. Like, get me out of here.
Agreed. He's trapped,
Yeah.
and he did it to himself. He's absolutely
Yes.
trapped on that
Wow.
aspect.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Totally.
Okay, so now we're going to do one for me, and then
Okay.
we'll do a little bit of some collaborating readings. But I'm trying to find a really good. I want to do what conflict is building around the White House with Trump and his administration.
Okay.
That sound like a good one?
Sounds like a good one.
I would, you more than likely, so that there's a little bit of feedback, maybe mute yourself and then, you
I'm
know,
muting myself as
that's
we
what,
speak.
yeah, that's what I had to do. So, all right, here we go. Hope everybody's ready for this. This is what is the conflict between Trump, his administration, and the White House? Like, I want to just kind of go in. Remember, when I do my remote views, I'm kind of tapping into Akashic records. So sometimes stuff comes in symbolizing and more of like spiritual messages sometimes. But I'm just gonna open it up and see what happens. So I'm going to take a deep breath. And the reason why I take a deep breath and I blow out is because I take a deep breath, grab my ego and blow my ego out there so that I am not dealing with it when I'm doing my remote view as much. You know, it's always there. But anyways, here we go. I'm already getting Trump's face is turning pure white and red. Pure white and red, like the drastic between his color in his face. So I don't know what that really kind of means, but it's like pale white, like you've just dyed white, and then red again. So, okay, that's the first pictures that I'm picking up. Whew. And remember, this is live, everyone. So, whew. Okay, here we go. You know what? That was bizarre. You know those little eggs that the wibbly wobbly eggs, and you open them up and there's a smaller egg, and you open it up and there's another smaller one, a smaller one, and small. They just showed me that. And Trump was really big, and then he's getting smaller and smaller and smaller because the egg looks like Trump until you get down to the little itty wobbly thing. But the thing about those little toys was that they were never, you never were able to like knock them down, and they would never stay down. But his power is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So there's that. Let's see. What else can I see? Huh. So everybody is literally dressed in a 70s suit. They've got the kind of like the high waters suit, and everybody's hair is slicked back like this 70s, professional guys. Back I'm kind of seeing them look like Bewitched kind of era. And what they're doing is those old time desks like in schools, and they're pushing the desks up against the walls. I mean, they're like clearing them and pushing them up against the walls. And I don't know why they're doing this. And then they're like looking out a peephole in the doors. Schools, the era, and they're looking out of the peephole of the door looking for something. That is so weird. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to get past a little bit past that. Oh my gosh. So I finally got to see what they were looking at, and it's Trump coming down the hall. Why would they be pushing the desks up against the wall? Like no work is being done? He can't see their work? He doesn't know what they're doing? But they're afraid of him knowing what they're doing. I don't know why it has to be. Maybe this is old thinking or old behavior. I don't know. But that's who they're looking at and making sure that he's not coming down the hallway. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to see whatever else is going on. They're showing me a ripped up rugs. Like rugs that are frayed. Nothing's being maintained. That's what I just heard. Nothing is being maintained in the White House. Everything is like the cleaners can't clean because he complains about it. The maintenance guys don't come in and do anything because he complains about it. I mean, Trump is just like this gravy go huge blob that is trying to control everything around them. And so they're trying to pacify him for some reason. Could be a symbolization of also nothing is being maintained. Okay. I'm trying to see what else. The people around him avoid him. Literally avoid him. Okay, I'm gonna come up and out of that. Environment concerns. Oh my gosh. You're muted, honey. You're muted.
Yeah, they can't stand to be anywhere near him. Hello.
Environment concerns. Oh, that is too funny. Okay, go through and see what did you find?
Well, I started off with the six of Pentacles, and that was, um, and then followed by the seven of Pentacles, and that's when you were talking about, yeah, people just kind of doing it's almost like they're not even, they're doing things that by rote, where they're not really doing anything. It's just repetition, repetition, repetition. Um, they're not paying attention to the values and the things that they're putting in. It's just same shit, different day, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
going through it. I then got, yeah, the Five of Cups. The when you were talking about, it's, yeah, wanting to get away, wanting to find a way out, and so on. And then um, I was drawn to the predictions, or the governance deck. And when you were talking about people trying to avoid him, and not wanting to,
Pushing the
again, be near him, I got military control. That,
Oh, the pushing of the desks, and they don't want to tell
yeah,
them what they're doing.
yes, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they are. There is a lot of things that they are not sharing with him. They are out there looking for support and assistance, in that
Oh,
they want someone else to step in, right?
wow.
So
Yep.
yeah, and then what? Why are they doing that? And so they're looking for domestic priority. They're realizing that, yeah, domestic priority is what's needed. Okay, and oddly enough, yeah, economic growth, and then that environmental concerns. I think
Concerns.
that they, yeah, that they, what you were probably picking up on was that the while things are, they look like on a daily basis, everything is fine, everything is under control. Um, but it's like, seeing the duck in the water, it glides, but you don't see the paddling underneath. And I think that they're looking for ways um,
I
to
think,
to help him.
yeah. I think that they're doing stuff behind his back, but if they get caught doing it, they get his wrath. But they
Yes.
are doing things behind the back, and I couldn't figure out if they were like betraying him or they're just doing their own stuff. But they are afraid of him finding out about things, about something.
They are, and I think that's because he is, I mean, really, at this point, and of course, entertainment purposes only, what do I know? He is psychologically um, in a very, very bad place. Like his brain isn't functioning properly, so that yes, it's like everyone is walking on eggshells, because what he agreed to 5 minutes ago
Yeah.
now is something that's going to set him off.
They're being held
Like,
hostage was another feeling that I
yes,
got while they were in the classroom and they had the desk pulled
yes,
up and they were watching him. It's like they're being held
yeah,
hostage. Not in a real sense, like they could come and go, go home and stuff like that. But mentally and emotionally, they're being held hostage by this guy.
yeah,
So here's
absolutely.
let's do a reading on
Okay.
the environment, like together and the environment, because I want to find out if it's gotta hit a dead end, or it's gotta hit a, what is it called when things get really really bad? It's gotta hit a top.
A plateau or what?
No,
Oh,
it's gotta hit a boiling point. There we
oh
go.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
let's go ahead
yes.
and let's read on that real quick and see what,
Okay, yeah, and
because there was so much more to that remote view that was really, really weird
yes,
environment. Why was I back in the 70s?
actually, Elizabeth Dodson said the fact that they were dressed in 70s reminds me of Watergate.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, Watergate. Why
Absolutely,
would it? Yes, yes. It has that
yes,
same feel, that same, spying on this, and oh yeah,
yes,
good point, honey.
totally.
I'll bring it back so
Excellent
everybody can
catch.
read it.
Yes, excellent catch. That is fabulous.
Where
And
is it?
yeah, the um
Oh, it's already
the
gone.
the feeling that I get with the people in the White House is, and even people in the administration, is it's almost like living with an alcoholic or living with an abusive spouse. You never know
Yes,
what's going to set them off. So you're
absolutely.
always on tenterhooks. You're always, yeah, watching every word, watching every action and whatnot. That, yeah,
They're on pins and needles because the,
absolutely.
the angry, crazy one, if they get caught, is just going to be worse on them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what did you get?
Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting. What they are withholding knowledge from him, that they are
Yeah.
not sharing everything, that they're being very, very careful in what they are telling him. And then I got leadership battle. They're absolutely gearing up for that. Um, they're yeah, it is a really, really heavy, dense energy. Like it I almost feel like, um how you get that lightheaded feeling before you pass out, or that feeling before you throw up.
Yeah.
It's like that, but constant. Yeah, shifting alliances.
Mm.
Yeah, they're wow.
Mm.
Okay,
Well,
did that answer the question? Because I'm not
yeah,
sure that I.
because I also got juggling the message.
Ah, okay.
Juggling the messages is
Yes.
Page of Swords and the page, Page of Pentacles. I mean, not the page, but you know what I'm trying to say, Two of
Yes.
Pentacles. But
Yes.
they're juggling the message because of the devil.
Yes.
So there's that. I also get they're I've said this for a while. We're going to find out how much money they have stolen from the government.
Yes.
They have literally have treated the government and our tax money and all of that as their own banking account.
Yes.
I've said that for a while. And there's a can you hear that back feed? Can you hear that at all? No, is it just me? If it's just me, then that's perfectly okay, as long as it's not coming across. But it's something they're doing things in a rapid succession. They're trying to do very, very, very. Here's what's weird. These are the cards that weird me out the most, and I've been getting this for quite a while. If anybody's been watching me on Hogarth or anything like that, okay? Legal proceedings. And this one right here is accident. Legal proceedings, accident. And I get again secrets and suicide. Again. Now, it kind of feels every time I get these sometimes like if that accident happens, they're going to twist. If when he goes, they're gonna try to use it politically in their advantage. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna either say he did something or is an accident or whatever it is. It kind of just feels that way to me. But the secret is his the secret is his health. They are not telling the truth about his health. They know he's about done and that we're about out of this. So here's one thing. I don't think anybody has done this before, but I want to see what our cards say. What are they going to do? What is their plan when he dies? Because they know he's dying. Let's look into that. What is their plan? Let's do a full card spread on that and see what their plan is when he dies. Don't forget you're muted. If we're muted for a reason, okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to kind of do that to keep the feedback from coming back because the people in the chat are saying they're kind of hearing it too. So. And while you're pulling your cards too, I wanted to speak about on this channel we never believed that Epstein was dead. All of a sudden now it's a front and center with the news now and him being spotted. I just feel vindicated at some point in time because I got terrorized the moment I said that, back in, what was it, 2019, boy, like, he is dead. There's no time. I'm like, no, he's not. I feel a little vindicated finally. That he's not. I've never believed that. So go for it if you've already have your cards going.
Okay. So I start off with the Knight of Swords. Trying to yes, we have to have a solid message. We have to have something that people are going to believe, something that is going to allow us to frame the story the way that we want it. Okay. And that's crossed by the Page of Swords. It's got to be a good enough story that it's going to that it's not going to raise too many eyebrows, that people are going to believe. They're going to say, yeah, that's absolutely positive. In underneath the deck, I've got the Nine of Swords. They're worried. They're worried about how they're going to present this, and have a plan in place that they could just kind of jump to, because they know, like the Four of Swords. His days, they're numbered. Okay, they're numbered. I've got in the past is the King of Swords. We used to have a lot more belief in what was happening at the White House and in the government. There was a lot more niceties. I think that's gone. People are walking away. This is what, the six. Sorry, Seven of Cups. The walking away. They're done. And as I kind of pulled the lesson to be learned is the the Page of Pentacles, the be careful where your loyalties are. Be careful where you put your values, and then the final outcome that I got was the Emperor. And when that card came up, I thought, oh my God, you know what? And entertainment purposes only, I'm just talking. I think that there is going to be an unaliving event that is going to be broadcast, and that will allow them to have the narrative that, he's still a strong man. He's out there fighting for the nation, blah, blah, blah. For those people who walked away from him, aren't you sorry now because he did all these wonderful things? But I think that is their way of controlling that narrative and being able to separate themselves from him. As I think there's going to be an incident. That's what I got.
Well, when it's done, they're going to cover up whatever actually happened. When it's done, I see the cover up, the completion, the lesson learned, the cover up. They're going to negotiate his death, what happened. They're negotiating and stuff like that in the beginning. Then here's the problem. This is how they're going to do it. They're going to come together around revenge for Trump. Look what they did to him. They killed him because they stressed him out. And that's what they're going to do. The revenge, they're going to try to come together on that. But what I get is 2 or more people discussing and planning and surveillance. That means they get exposed. They're watching. Somehow there is people that are in there, and it's going to be like a wave of emotions and a roller coaster ride on this, and then they're going to shut up because they got exposed. So I think at the end of the day, they're definitely going to try to act as if the Democrats pushed him into a death. How can a man survive? Mark my words. When it comes up, they did this. They pressured him. How could a man survive under all of that pressure and what they did to the poor guy? But they get exposed. Somebody is going to expose them. It's almost like a doctor who is not under any HIPAA obligations anymore because he's dead can expose, like long-term health problems and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that is that. It's going to be very hard for them to totally control the narrative, and I think that's when some of the people are going to come out of the woodwork and say, "Oh yeah, no, that's he was being misled. They weren't giving him all the information. They're going to do their very best to make him into a hero." The problem is we have too many videos. We have too many conversations and emails and posts and whatnot that show him to be who he is, who he really is. So, yeah.
It's going to be flooded. It's definitely, we're going to be, ugh. All right, let's do another remote view for you, and I can pull cards. I'm trying to look for a really good. Let's see.
Yes, book, Saint Trump. Yeah.
So, other than Trump and the administration and stuff like that, let's go to Elon. No.
Ooh.
I just got really sick with my stomach just literally turned with Elon. I don't know if it's because everybody's sick and tired of listening to him or what it is, but maybe Elon is not it.
uh,
Oh my gosh. Who do you think that we should do? I have a question here is how stable is their current position of power? So who shall we ask that question with? Hegseth?
how about JD Vance?
Oh, good job. Yeah, let's do it. All
Yeah.
right, take your deep breath. Go ahead and mute yourself, or I will mute myself, and then I will pull cards and see how much power, or what was the question? It was how stable is their current position of power?
Okay. So JD is he's standing on this little podium and he's being measured for a suit. They're marking, using that tailor's chalk and marking on the suit. He's very pleased with himself. He's standing very upright and he's really enjoying the attention that he's getting. Now, the tailor has a rather smug look on his face. Like he knows something that JD doesn't. And I see JD being alone. I sort of half asked to look around to see where his wife is, where is Usha. Nowhere to be found. Like he's there by himself. And all right, so the suit jacket has come off, and there is another one, okay, it's like they have sewn together the jacket that they were working on, and he's putting it on and he's having a hard time. Like it's that the more that he tries to get comfortable in the suit, the more constricting it is. Like he's having a hard time breathing in the suit, and so he's trying to take it off, but it's too tight. It's like it has become part of him. He can't take it off. The tailor is very smug. It's he's not doing anything to try to help him get out of this. It almost feels like there's, like a private joke. Everybody's in on the joke except the person who they're talking about. He wants to believe in the fact that he is part of the future. He's not. He's a placeholder. He's a placeholder. And I don't think he realizes it. I don't think he okay. All right. Yeah, yeah. He he thinks he's a winner. He's not a winner. He's he's being absolutely used.
Well, here's some interesting things. When you first talked about, go ahead and mute so and then sorry. So when you were first talking about his suit and stuff like that, and it was too small and all that, look what I got. I got grip, and I got anchored chains, weight down. So as you were talking about him putting on this suit and how it doesn't feel right, and then, all of the good stuff, and then when you were talking about the ascension, he wants to be lifted up, the other people are making fun of him, his the awakening, it's like the other people around him are awakening, and he wants to ascend, but people are going, no, you're not. He really wants to ascend to like presidency, and it just feels like it's not, he's not gonna do it. So that's kind of the suit he was trying to fill. He can't fill it. So what do you think about your remote?
I think that he's for all his wanting to be president so bad, he's willing to do anything to get into that position. And it's like everyone around him knows that he's never going to make it. He's the only one who believes he will. I think that the position itself would absolutely smother him. It wouldn't allow him to do what he wants to do. It's like he thinks he can walk in and he can be Trump 2.0. You can't do that. They're not going to allow that. I honestly, if Trump took a dirt nap tomorrow, J.D. Vance would never see the inside of the White House.
This one here says, is Stephen Miller going to be the president? Everyone has looked into Vance, but will Stephen Miller bump his way in? Well, I mean, the vice president is pretty much the only one in our system that can be sworn in after a president dies. Will he act as you know what I mean? So the fact that, and that happens like minutes after a president dies. So there's no decisions, there's no judgment. We have to have a president at all times, pretty much. There's no such thing as not having one. So the ironic part about that is I do think that J.D. Vance is probably going to get there, but it doesn't feel like he's going to start feeling the pressure of the United States as how they did with Trump. We're going to go after him, and he's not going to handle it well. That's what my feeling is he's not going to be able to really, really handle it.
I think you're right.
So
that yeah. He can't fit into it. He's not he's not fit to be president. And yes, JD is not suited for the job. Yes.
No, gosh, no. No, he's not. Yeah. And they're right. If something happens to the vice president along the way, then the House Speaker, of course, then they're third in line, the House Speaker, which is what's his face? Yeah. Well, then but if it goes all the way down to him, then they lose their advantage in the House of Representatives. You know what I mean? They will not have the votes. They will all be, it's just a mess right now in the United States of how it all works. We don't even know if it's going to work. You know what I mean? So,
yes, and don't forget, you're dealing with an administration that sees the rules, sees the law as merely a suggestion.
Correct.
So, just because it says this in the Constitution, well, that doesn't, the Constitution also talks about habeas corpus and about people having due process and whatnot. That's not what's happening. So, they could appoint pretty much anyone and say, hey, enough, enough. Right? This is who we want. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, take it up with the Supreme Court. So, yeah, I think it could be interesting, but I think people are going to need to engage, to get involved, and I think more than anything else, I think that folks need to recognize that this isn't over. We're in the middle of something. As globally, we are in the middle of something happening. So, we still have choices. We still have things that, decisions that we need to make. How we do those, how we make those decisions on a daily basis is going to affect how things are going to go in the future. So, the fact that I can read the cards, I can get messages, doesn't mean that I'm not as concerned as everyone else is. I think the only difference is that I can see what's going on from an observer point of view. I can still feel all the feels. I just don't have to engage and give in fully to all the feels. I don't have to give in to the fear, to whatever is going on, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
coming up here
Look
or
at
not?
that.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that.
That's my
Yeah.
panda with her little
Hello, Panda.
ponytails.
Aww.
So I want to open
Look
it
at
up.
that.
I want to open it up real quick to the subscribers, and if I can ask, what do you want me to remote view on? Because I'll be the last one before we kind of get off here, because we're already an hour in. So ask the questions. I won't be able to do them all, but I want to kind of get through. Make sure you put them in caps so that I can recognize it. It's a question or a remote view suggestion on that, so that we can do that. Shadow government. I don't understand what that means. I can do.
Is there someone else that is controlling the government aside from the people that we think are?
Well, there's 3 or 4 now for Peter Thiel, so maybe. What is in the report of Tulsa? So in Tulsi Gabbard's thing, I did a thing. Oh, you want to go ahead and mute real quick? I hear it again. I don't know where it's coming from. I wish we could fix it. But I did it on Hogarth. If you want to go and watch that, we read on Tulsi Gabbard whatever was in there, and we come up with some really good information about that too. Clarence Thomas is mentioned in the Epstein files. Here's the thing that the Republicans and the Trump administration is really just so how come everybody that is mentioned in the Epstein files they're stepping down, they lost their position. I mean, a royal lost his title over not real stuff. Right. They're so out of touch with what everybody really sees compared to what they want everybody to see. They're miles away from each other. So let's see. Alex, I'm just reading here. I think I'm gonna do. Was Nancy Gunther hit hard? And then this one right here, I also read with somebody else also. Is her killer a serial killer? No, I think it's a family member. I felt that strongly that it's a family member, and I feel it is definitely an intimate situation. So no, I don't think that it's a serial killer.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Keep talking. I just have to let the cat out.
Okay. So I think I'm going to do Peter Thiel. Now, was Melania trafficked from? Yeah, I do think she was trafficked. Question approximate half of the Republicans in the Epps file, pretty much. Oh, she gone. She'll be back. There she is. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to do Peter Thiel, and the reason.
Hold on.
Why isn't that interesting?
Ay, caramba.
Ay, caramba.
Yes.
There you are, but I can't see your face, though. Okay, I think I'm going to do Peter Thiel. And the reason why I'm going to do Peter Thiel is because I'm getting a little bit of information. Look at you.
Look at me. Boom. Yeah, I go from seeing
All right.
all behind me there that you didn't need to see my mess. Okay.
Nobody saw it. It looked beautiful. So what I recommend, so how I do it is I try to remember which card was pulled for what you were talking about. And my go-to is to write it down. That's how I do it. So I don't know if you can kind of get that. But anyways, I would like to do Peter Thiel. What is the question you want to know about Peter Thiel? Because we know a lot of information out in the world. He's,
Yeah.
this guy is in charge. This guy, is a problem for us. Yeah, he is. Hi, Pegasus. It's been a while since I've seen you. So what exactly do you guys want to know? Said that the authorities should focus in a 5-mile radius from her home. They will find her in a mine. Ooh, goodness. Was Peter Thiel ever involved with Mandelson? Is that what that says? Is Trump on his deathbed right now? Yes, Trump is on his deathbed right now. Will Peter Thiel take down J.D. Vance? Yeah, I don't feel strong about that one. I don't feel enthusiastic about that. So, what is his, what's coming for him? To be honest with you, anybody that has a lot of money, they have too much money to be held accountable. As usual, until the rules and the laws and the people in this country change, people with billions of dollars, or they're never going to be held accountable because of their money. Their money will always entice somebody who needs it or wants it. Always. Somebody else who makes money their main priority, they'll do anything for it, unfortunately.
Yes. Yeah.
Does Peter Thiel have an underground city kingdom? I don't feel enthusiastic about that one either.
Yeah.
But I did feel at the moment you said that, I do feel like he has not underground people, but he has secret people with him. He communicates with some people. Like, that's weird. Can you remote view Epstein? I have. Here's what I get with Epstein. He had enough money, and he had enough clout, and he had enough information to pull favors from thousands of people. Okay? And when you have enough clout and you have enough money and you have enough influence on that, he's going to pull the biggest favor of all. And being the fact that Trump was president and what's his face was the DOJ, those were two of his top people he can pull anything from. He knew what to do. They all knew what to do. Dying for a narcissist is not an option. I can't express that enough.
Exactly.
He is a narcissist. There's absolutely no way killing himself or suicide out of what? What? They're not going to do that. But what he did have available to him is rich, influence, people who could manipulate the system and everything else and get him out of that jail, get him over to wherever he needs to go, and fake his death, which is studio, like Hollywood, theatrics. He knew how to do all of that. So that's why I say that I have never, in every picture I've ever seen of him, I've never felt that he is dead. I have never, ever felt that that man is dead. In fact, before I even got on YouTube, before all of that, the moment I said, it's like, that man is alive. So the fact that they could probably find somebody that looked a lot like a double, like Trump was in the theater in Hollywood. He knows what doubles look like, what a double is. I mean, they all know. They all know how to fake that. And money talks. Money will get any coroner to put out a fake death certificate. There's no doubt in my mind there is corrupt from top up to top down, and all they needed to do is find them.
Yep.
But that's my thing.
It's just a matter of someone who looks like him, being unalived and call it a suicide. But you're absolutely right, is that a narcissist, no, they will do anything and everything to survive, because that unaliving yourself is like admitting that that there is fault in something you've done, and there isn't. No. They will make plans to unalive you, but not themselves. So I think that he was just ushered out of there, because not only did he have the money and the connections, but his connections are worldwide. This man worked for governments. I think that he worked for Mossad and for Russia and all. Yeah, there was enough people around the world to make sure that he made it out of that prison in one piece.
Well, of course he did, because all he has to do is say, "I will talk if you don't get me out of here." That's all he had to do. I mean, Trump is apparently the top-notch guy.
Yeah.
All he had to do is threaten Trump. He probably didn't even have to threaten Trump. Trump says, "I got to get him out of there because he can talk." You know what I mean? It's just exactly. It is so bizarre. So, anyways, that's my remote with him. He's been living so he wants probably to get Ghislaine Maxwell out so that she doesn't talk. That's another thing too. Is she's supposed to go in front of Congress and speak? Everybody wants to know if she's going to lie or if she's going to tell the truth. If she tells the truth, she's never getting out of prison.
Exactly.
But if she covers for Trump, she's getting out of prison. That's what she thinks. So what do you think she's going to do?
Yeah. No,
that's her only card left. That is it. So.
Yeah. And she's, she's being watched by other governments, and I'm sure that there are people that are going to try to find ways to kind of usher her out of the country. While she's on her way to Washington, the plane was hijacked. Oh my goodness. We don't
I
know
thought
what
about
happened.
that. I thought about that, this is the best time for her escape, and what else can the JOJ says that she has escaped and we can't find her? I
Yes,
literally thought about that.
absolutely. Yeah. And she goes to join him.
In Israel. I remember one day I was trying to figure out where he would be hiding. Of course, he's not going to be hiding in the United States. And it
No.
just dawned on me, Israel. Of course it's Israel.
Yes.
Of course it's Israel. She's doing it
Right.
remotely. Oh, that's
Huh?
good to know.
Yes.
She's not doing it live. They're not taking her. That's probably because there was a
Or
plot for her to escape if they were going to physically take her, but she's doing it remotely. So that's she's not going anywhere for that.
yeah. And
Good.
and yeah, doing it remotely, or so it would appear.
Yeah.
You have to understand that when these kinds of people with the resources that they have available to them, with the money that they have, with the people that they can call on to do them favors and to do little things. Listen, she could look like she is broadcasting from the dark side of the moon and make it look real. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
But they have a video on her in her cell.
yeah, yep,
But yeah,
yeah,
I honestly don't think she's going to tell the truth. She's like that's her only card left. That's all she has
exactly.
left.
Yeah, exactly. There isn't anything else.
Nothing. So,
Ugh. The
I know I
wind
was going
here
to do
is really
bad. I was going to do
I was going
Peter
to say
Till,
the
but
wind here is really picking up, and they were calling for snow in the afternoon, and this was earlier in the day, and I kept looking outside, going, "What? It's nice. It's sunny. The sun is out. Everything is blaring." And then now, within the last 5 minutes, it's like, okay, it's not so sunny. The wind is really picking up. Okay, there could be snow on the way.
right. I
Yeah.
was gonna do Peter Till, but my feeling now is Ghislaine. I'm going to remote view Ghislaine, see what she's because if she's going to, so go ahead and mute and let's see. But Ghislaine Maxwell she's screaming at me. All right, it's gonna be Ghislaine Maxwell. So here we go. Because if she's whew, her body is aching like all over the place. Like she's either she's like arthritis feeling or something like that. Um okay, here I go. Ghislaine Maxwell. She's trying to memorize a script. I just saw oh, she's trying to stop me from talking. Stop it. Go away. Okay. She has a script in front of her. She's been rehearsing. If they ask this, she's been giving questions. If they ask this, this is what you say. If they ask this, is what you say. So she's studying this script. I see her on her bed. Her knees are pulled up. She has the script right there. She's trying to memorize the answers. She's been told to elaborate on any wrongdoings of the Clintons. She's not really there to testify at nothing about Trump, but they want her to elaborate on everything about the Clintons, about Bill Clinton. On the script in there, it says don't lie but embellish. That's what it says. as her notes, as her recommendation. So she's going to talk a lot about Clinton. Okay, I'm going to try to go into this something else. What else are you doing? I don't know what this is, but she keeps on painting her cell. Like she painted the walls of her cell white, and then she watches her walls go dingy real fast, and now she's repainting them again. Like she keeps my walls won't stay white. Well, no kidding, woman. Of course your walls are not going to stay white. You're trying to paint yourself as innocent. Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to work, my dear. But she keeps on trying. I need more white paint. I need more. Oh, she needs layers and layers of white paint on her walls. That's what she's not really doing, but like in a spiritual way. She's really trying to make herself look innocent. She I don't know what this is either. So she looks normal, and then her body is like vibrating like this, and then she's normal again. But I thought maybe she had epilepsy, but it kind of looks like that, but I don't think so. It's like she's really going insane. She's slowly slipping into craziness. They want to give her medicine, and she like a nurse will come in like with a syringe, and she's running around her cell, and the nurse is trying to chase after her with medicine. I think she thinks that they're trying to kill her, and she won't do it. She won't do it. Ah! And the nurse is trying to just give her a shot of something, and she's running, running, running. She won't allow them to do it. She's fighting it. All right, I want to get away from that. I want to get into so she's showing me, I have no idea where this place is, but she literally lifted up a thing in the floor, like a cellar or something like that. And she's going down into this cellar. And she has a lantern with her. And she gets to almost the bottom step. And she's looking at me. Come here. Come here. And I go down. And she's illuminating like thousands and thousands of videotapes, like from the VCR tapes. Thousands of them in this bunker. She's showing me thousands of tapes. I look at her like, is that? And she's like, yeah, that's them. That's them. She knows where the tapes are. She knows where the worst of the videotapes are. They're hidden. My arm hurts. My hand hurts. My shoulder hurts. My neck hurts. Okay. All right, I'm coming up out of that. I'm tired of feeling pain. Okay. That was enough.
No. That was enough. But
go ahead. What did you get?
Okay. You're talking about script. And as soon as you started talking about the script, yes, came out. So yeah, she's studying a script. She is she's memorizing everything that they could probably ask her. Okay, when you're talking about the make sure that you mention the Clintons. You don't ever remember Trump, whatnot. The unresolvable differences that he did not participate in the way that they wanted him to. Then you said, yeah, he's trying to embellish things. She's providing intervention. She's letting them know, covering up. Okay. Then when you started talking about she's painting herself, she's trying to, keep it pristine, keep it white, change in focus. That she has to pay attention to things that maybe she's not used to paying attention to, and the constant wanting to constantly be repainting it is to continue to have that the veneer of what it was that she wanted. When you're talking about she's appearing normal, but then it looks like she might be going into epilepsy and sort of misleading headlines, trying to control the narrative, trying to control how things are coming out. Then you started talking about the medical care, and the nurse is chasing her around. Foreign threats. So I think that there's probably a very good possibility that they are trying to give her some medication. No, she's not having any of it. And then when you're mentioning lifting up part of the floor and going down into the cellar, I got covert corruption. So yes, something is happening that shouldn't be happening. And as you mentioned about the tapes, thousands and thousands of tapes, I got selling secrets. So that is how they're able to control a lot of the people is, hey, you may not have seen this little video, but let me share it with you. And so that's
amazing.
Yes.
I hope everybody is watching got amazed with all of those things and how that just happens.
Yeah,
When they sync up. Oh my
absolutely.
gosh.
Boom. Totally. She's studying a script. Yes, she is. Yeah,
Yes,
she's
she is.
memorizing it. Yeah. Unresolvable differences it could very well be that. Clinton didn't want to play, and it's like, no, you don't understand. Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Writing it down helped a lot.
A lot, doesn't it? It does.
Yes,
So you
it does.
kind of remember
Thank
what card would.
Yes, absolutely. That totally worked.
Good.
Oh
Good,
my
good.
gosh.
That was amazing. Amazing. So I hope
Yes.
everybody who is watching, I know we're like an hour and a half in. I normally just do an hour because
Yes.
we hardly function within an hour.
Yes.
So but
Yes.
everybody, what decks were you using? They wanted to know what deck that was.
This was the Governance Oracle by Trish James.
I really like those. I'm gonna get me some of those.
Yes.
You know me. I like me some cards with words on them. That's just how it is. Mine
Yes.
are the situationals. That's the ones I was using. Was the situationals.
Perfect.
So it had the words on it
Perfect.
and on that.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. I
Oh,
hope you enjoyed that. And anybody that is on the rewatch, make sure that you put down in the comments that you rewatch this. I really enjoy watching and knowing the rewatch. How many people are rewatching
yes.
the video? So, is there any
Absolutely.
last words you have?
No, I can't wait to do this again because
Yes.
it just flowed so lovely. And maybe by then I will have figured out what to do with the echoing and the whatnot. So even
Who
Chat
knows?
GPT couldn't help. So there we go. All right.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe a microphone would help, so it would funnel it all into a microphone. But who knows?
Yes.
Sometimes even my computer. You watched me before we went live. My computer is funky. So,
Okay.
anyways, I appreciate everybody that was here. I appreciate everybody that has hung around. I wish you all the best. And whoa, we got to do the Super Bowl. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Oh,
We have two
okay.
teams. Do you know who the two teams are?
No, I don't. But
Who are the
so
two teams that are playing in the Super Bowl? I
yeah.
think one is the Seahawks and the other one are the Patriots, I think.
Okay.
It
So
is
Kiwi Girl
the
says
Seahawks and
Seahawks,
New England Patriots. Okay. So, we're going to
Seattle.
do Seattle Seahawks. So, let's do who's going to win. So, one card for Patriots, one card for the Seahawks.
Okay.
Whatever card you want to do. We'll see.
Patriots.
And we'll see which one gets the better card.
Oh.
And then we'll go. One card.
Okay.
You pick whichever one it is for the Patriots, whatever one for the Seahawks.
All right. For the Seahawks, I got the King of Swords. They're gonna get in there and they're gonna play. And they're focused on winning. For the Patriots, I got Judgment. I think that there's a lot of people that are going to say, no, you know what, you're too close to that part of the world, so no.
Yeah, well, I did the Seahawks, and I literally got the victory card for the Seahawks. So that's fantastic. That's a Six of Wands, which is public recognition and victory. I hope I'm correct. But I got for the Patriots pretending.
Yeah.
Fake.
Yeah.
Living beyond their means.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know, our very informal, not professional prediction, Seahawks.
Seahawks. Seahawks by 7.
It is. Yep. Seahawks.
There you go.
All right, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye. Whatever you do, don't put your money on that.